It's not the economy. It's not. Sometimes it's not even how much you're earning. It's not. It's your debt. It comes from overspending. You see, the reason why so many people are struggling in today's society is not because of cost of living. While cost of living sometimes can play a huge factor, prices have gone up and people have reported having stagnant wages. But guys, a lot of people are still making good wages. There's some people who are bringing in two thousand a week. Some people who are making over six figures. Me, I don't understand how people are struggling, but they're making six figures. They have such a high income. But it's because of debt. It's because of consumer debt. It's because of the decisions that we choose to make. It's because of lifestyle inflation. Debt and lifestyle inflation is the two biggest wealth killers. And guys, when I'm talking about debt, I'm not talking about all kind of debt. I mainly talk about consumer debt, credit cards, and car loans. You guys already know how I feel about car loans. Car loans is probably the biggest wealth killers. When you sign that dotted line, you're signing away your financial future. You're signing away your financial freedom. And you're literally enchained to a car that's going down in value, that loses 20% in value after its first year. You guys realize as soon as you guys drive a car off the lot, it's a couple thousand lost, a couple thousand. But we still keep financing cars for $500 a month, $600 a month, $700 a month, $800 a month. Some people even go as far as to do $900 a month. Buying cars that you know you can't afford, but you just want to show your friends, show your family members that you're keeping up with the Joneses. Show social media, show people who don't even care about you that you're so-called getting it. Because guys, let me tell you something. Looking rich is fake rich. Looking rich is fake rich. This is why a lot of people are struggling, because they want to look rich rather than put their money into investments, put their money into accounts like a Roth IRA or a taxable brokerage account that's actually going to make more money for you in the future over time if you just let compound interest do its thing. But instead, we have compound interest working against us instead of for us. Compound interest is working against us, is working against you whenever you're in credit card debt, because you got to keep paying all that interest each month. 20% interest, 30% interest gets slapped onto the original balance. And you guys realize the minimum payment, only a little bit of it is going towards the principal, but the rest of it, it's going towards interest. It's going towards interest. And I noticed that a lot of people that put emergencies on credit cards. You guys have to save for emergencies. There's no way about it. I preach about emergency funds so much, and I'm going to continue to do that. Emergency fund, emergency fund, emergency fund. Liquid cash. Keep it in a high yield savings account. Yeah, high yield savings account, it won't pay you a lot of money, but it's better than keeping your money in a traditional savings account, only earning 0.11% interest, whereas losing purchasing power every year because of inflation. But instead, you can keep that liquid cash in a high yield savings account. If you guys keep $10,000 in a high yield savings account, growing at 3% interest rate, at the end of year one, this is what the balance could potentially grow to just by leaving that money in there. And this is what the money will grow to after 1 year. That same $10,000, if you keep it in traditional savings account, only earning, I don't know, 0.5% interest. But I'll say that. It's a big difference. Just look at the balance. It's a big difference. But this is why I say stay out of debt, because debt is the reason why you're struggling to keep up. And what I mean by keep up, I don't mean keeping up with the Joneses. That thing does not matter at the grand scheme of things. Keeping up with the Joneses does not matter. But what I mean by keeping up is you're struggling to keep up, so you're falling behind on bills. And that creates even more debt. That creates even more penalties. You guys realize debt is just going to create even more debt? You guys have took time out to realize that debt is going to create more debt, and vice versa. Saving money is going to create more savings. Investing is going to create more investing. Mortgages and student loans, okay, cool, because that's an investment within yourself. That's a way you could leverage your money, using debt as an investment in order to make you more money. Because homes typically go up in value. With the student loan, it's an investment within yourself, because you're trying to gain skills in a certain field in order for you to potentially make more money later on down the line, which is a good thing. But just make sure that you don't take out so much in student loans, because there's a lot of people who are struggling to pay their student loans right now, simply because they took out more. You took out more than what they knew they shouldn't. Same thing with a mortgage. You bought too much house. That's when student loans and mortgages become bad debt. It's when you take out too much. When you take out too much student loans and you buy too much house. You see, but credit card debt and car loans, those are already bad debt to begin with. Cars, because they go down in value, and you pay so much in interest. Not a lot in interest usually if you was to go into credit card debt, unless you just get a predatory car loan, which in that case, that's probably one of the worst decisions that you made in your life. If you get a car loan at the same interest rate of an average credit card, you just sign your financial life away. You just sign your financial future right away. You see, a lot of people are driving their wealth right down the drain. Consumer debt, guys, you guys gotta stay out of it. If you guys want to grow, if you guys want to elevate your life financially, if you guys want to start living on your own terms, get out of consumer debt. You see, consumer debt is what's keeping you chained to that career that you don't like. It's keeping you in that specific area that you don't like. It's keeping you from retiring when you want to, but instead you have to get up and go to work every day. I'm not knocking work. I love hard work. I'm all for hard work. But if you're working just to pay for materialistic things that go down in value, at that point life has no meaning. At that point work has no meaning, because I'm not working just to pay for things. I'm working to enjoy the fruits of my labor. And we do got to pay for everything, but what I mean by paying for stuff, we got to pay for obligations rather than experiences, rather than the things that we want to do. But instead, you want to spend it on a car payment. So you guys got to get right financially and stay out of consumer debt, because I promise you that will elevate your financial life, and you will see change once you get out of the consumer debts that are drowning your wealth.